It's not uncommon for me to hear from parents who are navigating a sleep regression with their toddler or preschooler just before or after welcoming a new baby. In fact, I had two consultations on this very topic just yesterday. Today, I'm going to share some tips to help you avoid this very frustrating and anxiety inducing sleep regression. If you're expecting or have recently brought home a new baby, this episode is for you. Hi, I'm Allison Egidi, a pediatric sleep and wellness coach and a mom of two. I love to help parents find solutions. This is How Long Till Bedtime. Welcoming a new baby into your home is life-changing, both for you and for your older child or children. As I shared in episode 146, it's not uncommon to feel anxious about the impact growing your family will have on everyone, particularly on our toddlers and preschool age children. And it is true that the anticipation of a big change or the change itself can trigger a sleep regression with our young kids. And the only thing more exhausting than having a newborn who obviously is not yet capable of sleeping through the night, it's having a newborn and a toddler who is up during the night. So, how can you avoid this sleep regression? Here are 3 things I recommend. Number 1, have your child's sleep habits in a good place before the new baby arrives. While I've certainly helped parents improve their children's sleep in the final weeks before a new baby arrives, it's ideal if you can have good sleep habits in place for at least a month leading up to your baby's due date. My girls are 18 months apart, and we did not have Addison's sleep sorted out before we welcomed Ainsley. Addison's sleep only got worse after we brought Ainsley home. And as you've heard in previous episodes, it fueled my postpartum anxiety and it nearly broke me. And really, it didn't serve Addison well either. So, if your toddler has been struggling with their sleep, I encourage you to help them get their sleep back on track, or, as would have been the case for me, on track for the very first time prior to your new baby arriving and coming into your home. Number 2, if your child has had good sleep habits and a regression starts to flare up as the baby's arrival approaches, ignore that internal voice that is telling you to feel guilty about the fact that soon you won't be able to give all of your attention to your firstborn and telling you that maybe you should ease up on your sleep structure or expectations leading up to the new baby's arrival. Maybe you should appease your toddler by responding to all of their extra requests. No, we want to ignore that voice. Rather than listening to that annoying yet incredibly powerful internal dialogue, remind yourself that one of the very best ways to help your child navigate change is to keep them well rested. This is true for all of us. Keeping those sleep habits in place is providing stability for your child and helping them prepare for the big changes to come. Additionally, you really don't want to condition your little one to a new sleep habit that either won't be sustainable or will overly exhaust everyone in the house after the baby arrives, because then it can be even trickier to get things back on track. Number 3, when you bring your baby home, do your very best to keep your older child's sleep schedule and routine a priority. When your toddler starts asking you for your extras at bedtime, one more book, one more song, or they just simply resist going to bed, and that little annoying voice starts to creep back in to tell you that you should let your toddler stay up a little bit longer so that they don't feel left out, or that you should suddenly start responding to all of the bedtime extra requests because you either feel guilty or you think it's the path of least resistance, slap that voice down. Instead, prioritize intentional one-on-one special time with your older child during the day so that you can fill their cup with your attention and love. Just 10 to 20 minutes of your undivided attention can make a world of difference in how your child feels about you sharing time. But remember, it's really important to verbally point out the start and the end of this special time because we want to make sure that your child registers that you are giving your undivided attention, because it's actually very easy for them to not realize that you have been pouring into them because they're so distracted watching you pour into the new baby that they almost don't even register that you have taken time to pour into them. So, for example, with Addison, I started this when she was maybe 3-ish old. I would say to her, okay, I have 15 minutes until I need to make dinner. I want to have special mommy and Addison time. What should we do? It's just you and me. And then we would hang out. I wasn't distracted by Ainsley, her little sister, and I totally poured into her. And then at the end of that special time, I would say, I love having special Addison and mommy time. I can't wait to do it again. It's really important that you point out the start of your special time, that you wrap up reminding them you just had the special time, and that you are not distracted by your phone or the baby during that time. You will be filling your child's cup up during the day so that you can feel more confident in holding the structure at bedtime and during the night, and so that you will likely meet less resistance because your child is not trying to use that time in the evening when they know they have your focused attention to get you to fill their cup. All right, there you have it. Those are 3 tips to help you avoid a sleep regression when you are about to or have just welcomed a new baby. During times of change and stress, I always try to remind myself that young children thrive with structure and limits. Keeping schedules and routines in place and keeping your child well rested is one of the very best ways to help them adjust to their new status as a big sibling. If you need help getting your toddler back on track from a sleep regression, you can always grab my $27 on-demand 1-hour workshop called How to Quickly Recover from a Sleep Regression for 15 to 30-month-olds. You can find it at www.sleepandwellnesscoach and go through the link around workshops and programs. I'll also link to it in the show notes. I hope today's episode was helpful, and I hope you'll come back again next week. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to How Long Till Bedtime. To learn how we can work together to improve your child's sleep, please visit sleepandwellnesscoach.com.